Hello, lovelies. Hello. Hold on. Hold on one second. Oop, hold on. I have to try to do everything right now. I'm giving this to a friend so she can have this info. Okay. Welcome to Be So Light. Are we having fun yet? Oh my God. Uh, I would go into it, but I can't go into it today. I will tell you everything what happened to me yesterday. Not kidding. Okay, I can probably do it in a short, real short. So a couple weeks ago, I went walking out at Griffin Quarry at the Quarry Park. It's up in Loomis. And I haven't been out there in a while, so went walking out there and I was loving it and having a good time being out in nature and doing my thing. And I had leggings on and everything. Everything was kind of chopped down and it was really hot that day. And I just remember we were walking, having a good time. And I didn't feel anything, but when I got home, I had like some kind of weird like bite on my leg and like something sticking out of it. So I took it out and it got all weird. And I was cleaning it and it's got all weird. And I was like, what is wrong with why isn't this? It was kind of scab up and then it got a ring around it. So the doctor thought maybe I was bit by a tick. So he gave me Keflex to treat it. I've been taking Keflex forever. Okay. Never had any reaction. Yeah. As we go through our ascension process, things that we used to eat and things that we used to be able to take, you can't take anymore because your body will look at that stuff and say, what the hell is this? Yeah. I had literally a reaction because what happened, I ate and I took the pill with the food because I didn't want to have it give me any problems. And I took it and I burped. And when I burped, the the pill content came up through the esophagus, burned all the way up through my throat and the back of my throat. And I felt it. And so I drank water to push it back down. And I was like, oh, what the hell? So I kind of waited and I just wanted to see how I was feeling. And my throat started burning and burning and burning. And then next thing I know, it got super dry. And like I was telling you about the story about the acai, it happened like that. Um, that was a weird thing that happened. There was a lot of weird stuff that happened. I made it to a med place, got there. It was really weird and was seen by my favorite doctor. He took care of me. It was beautiful. And I will share this much because I'm going to put it in a private group because some of the stuff that happened, I can't say it on here. Shame on you, YouTube. I can't even share that with the people. So anyway, um, when I got there, they had closed. They closed like an hour or two early, talking about a laceration. So the doctor had to go and to fix the laceration on this guy, but he wasn't going to see any more patients. He'd been there all day. And I'm there and I cannot make it to an ER. They were in, it was a straight shot. So I told the guy, I said, I can't go any further. And he was new on the job. He goes, come on in here. We'll take care of you. I said, of course you are, because he knows me. This doctor knows me. I worked with him back in the day. We're Kaiser chums. He goes, okay, okay. So, long story short, The whole crew in there was new. When it came time to giving me an inhaler treatment, none of them knew how to set it up. So here I am, pursed lip breathing, teaching the two med techs how to set up an inhaler treatment for an asthma patient. And then I even taught them when someone goes into asthma, they can purse lip breathe. But if they have to take a deep, deep breath, they could lose their breath and they cannot talk afterwards. They're going to go down into respiratory distress. I've had that happen to me twice back in the day. Okay. And the more recent one with the acai. So I've had two of those type of distress. And I really didn't want to go through it again, this third one, because I was feeling it and I was almost going into that energy of what I experienced. And then on top of that, when I went there, this was a deja vu. And the deja vu was a timeline that had already happened. And I knew it already happened because I see it. I see the person wearing the same thing. He was at the door, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, this already happened. So I was able to acknowledge that energy and move on with that. But here's the gift in the whole thing. And one of the things I want everyone to really pay attention to more than ever right now. Welcome to Be So Light. I am Felicia, Niana, Priestess Makala. You pick and choose. It still comes back to me. Yes. But back to you, lovelies. Thank you, all new subscribers, for being here. My intention with you is to leave content that resonate with you. Some things I can't say, so you'll find my butt on Signal somewhere doing it there. Um, and let me get back to the story because I don't want to forget. So the doctor finished up the patient that had a laceration to their hip, to the top part of their leg. It was some kind of industrial tool thing hit his leg. He had to stitch that up, and that he wanted to take his time with it. Now, this doctor, the doctors that work in your MedStat clinics, your older ones, they are your old school doctors. They are the ones that know exactly why they went to school to become a doctor, and they love what they do still to this day. My doctor is 77. I think he's 77 years old. Still got his hustle and bustle. Love to wear his Italian shoes. Still look great. And he is a good doctor. So I'm in there. And coming from a nursing background of 30 years of service, okay, 30 years, I've been in service for that. I'm no longer doing that type of nursing. I dropped out as soon as all this stuff started happening in 2019. I stopped. I said, let me sit back. And I just never went back to renew the license. I said, I think 30's good. I'm going to stop here. 30's good. So I'm in there and I'm doing the treatments. I'm telling them it's still a lot of burning in here and it's so tight. I feel like it's slowly. So I'm with you. And this is what I love. You are not going to see a lot of this in those higher corporate hospitals, Sutter, Kaiser, any of these other hospitals. It's really hard to find these type of doctors that have a freaking heart and got some soul and have not been bought by corporation. Let me just say that. So, and you know what I'm talking about. All of you have experienced the 7-minute doctor. You want to know why I know it's 7 minutes? Because when I worked in the day working with charts, medical charts, and doing the evaluations for these doctors to make sure they were doing things for their patients correctly, while I was auditing their charts, all of them, Kaiser, Sutter, all of them, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes. And if they go beyond that, they'll put 11 minutes. And then they like to make a statement. I was in here a little bit too long with this patient. This is the prescription I gave them. Da 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 da. So cold. Some of them are so disconnected. And I understand why they're disconnected because they have to meet the demands of the time and the amount of patients they have to see. It's money making. Everything in the hospital is about money, 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 money. So here is the gift. After all those years of services, after all my time that I sat with patients after my duty, stayed late, someone was still going through a hard time, someone still wasn't coming out of it, and I stayed with that patient because I wanted them to know I was there for them. So somewhere along that time, all those timelines, here's the gift, and it paid off. I'm sitting there, I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can breathe, and I'm losing my breath. It burns so much, it's burning. And he gives me the treatments, it starts to relax it. Then I get a shot in my ass. That makes it like burn like hell. I'm like, ah, it's burning like hell in my ass. So it gives me, I think it's salmeterol, um, to break up the tightness so it will stop, and then to get rid of the allergic reaction to the medication. And it took about 20 minutes and it kicked in. I was able to talk clearly. I was able to blow in the incense spirometer up to 400. When I first got in there, I got up to only the 90 and to 100. He's like, oh, no, no, no. You have to do that better than that. And here's the gift. As I'm going through this, and it's hurting and it's burning, and I'm scared I'm going to get my voice locked off again. I said, shit, I can't believe this is happening here. He looks at me. He says, I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting right here with you. I'm not leaving you. You are going to be fine. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to get you better because this is just something weird that happened, and we're going to take care of it. I'm not leaving you. So it was way past closing. They close at 9. I didn't leave there until 9:45 because he really wanted to make sure I was okay. And he kept checking me. Everything was moving. My throat opened up. I was talking. I was more alert. Everything was beautiful. And he literally, that was the gift. He said to me, I'm right here. I'm not leaving you. I'm going to make sure you're better. I'm not going anywhere. This was not a 7-minute doctor. This doctor, I went into the room at 8:15 and didn't come out of there till 9:45 because he really wanted to make sure that I was okay, that I was breathing okay, that my throat restriction had allowed me to open up so I can breathe. And then he went through and started checking and he listened to me. He said, well, we're not going to give you any pills to treat what has come up now that's gotten infected. And I said, can I get things in a liquid? He goes, yes, let's get your stuff in a liquid so you can take it. But I'm sorry, I got to put you on the steroid to get the swelling down, to keep it down so the body will stop reacting. And then he walked me through the reason why he won't do, sometimes doctors will do epinephrine and salmeterol together to like get the reaction faster, to get it down. But he was like, I'm going to do it this way. It's safer because I don't want to bring your heart rate up. I don't want to injure your heart. I want to keep you safe and get the results that we need. That was not a 7-minute doctor. That was a doctor of compassion, a doctor of love, a doctor who took his time with me and sat there, held conversations. And it was funny because he did this thing where, the nursing part never dies in us. Those of us that are nurses, it never dies. And I'm like, well, how often do I think I want to be doing this? Can you put me on this? He goes, are you telling me what I need to do for you? Because I don't see you inhaling your treatment. You're talking. Get back into your treatment. I'm going to talk You're going to treat yourself and you're going to listen. I'm like, okay. So I listened. And he was just so good to me. And I said, I love you. He goes, I love you too. I just want you to be good and healthy. So let's get you back on track. No more Netflix for you. Allergy reaction. I got it from another doctor. Didn't get it from him. So it's noted in a chart. Now it's noted at the pharmacy. And I'm like, okay. So I share this with you because a lot of times we spend our times working our jobs, and especially in the medical field. How many times have I heard so many nurses and doctors say, well, it's a thankless job. Nobody ever says thank you anymore. Nobody cares. And I just got to hurry up and go see the patient. Got to get to the next one, get to the next one. Then by that time, maybe I get to go home on time. I don't know. But he didn't let that phase him at all. And that was a precious moment because I got to see that come all the way back around after all my years of doing that with patients, sticking around. I want to make sure you're okay. I always went that extra step with my patients. Um, Walking into the car, doing good patient teaching with them, talking to them about their meds. And I was always taking it one step further, see how they were doing. And if they showed up again, I would ask them, say, hey, how are you doing? I saw your name on a thing. I thought I'd come up and visit you. How are you? It's those little moments when we can show compassion and show love in that highest form that can bring a person out of their acute state of what's happening to them. It can raise those white blood cells up to be stronger fighters. It can raise up the red blood cells to be embellished with so much oxygen and nourishment for the body. Just in that moment, and the heart lifts up in that happy mode, somebody cared about me. Because really, isn't it all about we just want someone to care. We just want someone to love us for who we are. No shade, no game, no gotta get something out of you to get what they want. None of that. It's all about just that love and compassion. So I'm not knocking all the doctors. I totally get it. You guys have ample amount of time to see all your patients. And that's where you lose yourselves. That's where a lot of doctors end up addicted to stuff, end up in depression, end up suicidal, and they lose themselves in this work. Just as well as nurses lose themselves in this work. So I wanted to share that message with all of you. And I can't go into a lot of other details what happened afterwards when I got home and things that transpired. Um, but it was that love. And I'm standing here today with a smile on my face, drinking my liquids. Ned's looking at me. I'm like, but at least it's in liquid, so I don't have to give my head a whiplash trying to get the pill down. I'm a terrible pill taker. I'm not a druggie. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't do all that stuff. I don't drink. That's never been my cup of tea in my life. So when I have to take pills, I always look for the easy alternative if it's something to heal me. And I'm like, so I even tried to bargain with the pharmacist. I said, can I get this as a child dose? And she goes, no, you're not a child. I said, today I am. She goes, you're an adult and you're going to get the adult prescription. I go, well, you're no fun. Okay, fine. Give me your best shot. I already had one earlier. All right, let's do this. And then I'm going to take a break and sit and eat a little something, and then tangle to dangle with the meds. So we're going to go into Woven Spirit Oracle today. These are really nice cards. This is the back of them. And we're going to pick just gentle messages of today. What do we need to hear today? Okay. And then we're going to do um, Rebecca Campbell's, the water healing ones. No, I have all four of those cards. Those four together are really good. Those are good coaching cards. You can really set things up for a client just by doing those cards, setting them up and talking about it in their sessions. All four of those sets of her cards are great for that. And of course, yes. Oh, come on. Did you really think I was not going to pull it out? Yeah. Yeah. Unveiling the golden age. Yes. Can I love it? Can I love it? Can I love it? Yes. All right. All right. All right. Bam. Let's see what we got going on. Okay. So today the first card is forgiveness. Where do you need to forgive? Do we need to forgive the xenomorphs for going around and constantly designing everything over and over and over and over and over? Because all they do is copy and paste because they don't have creative juice to do anything else. Do we forgive that? Do we forgive how people hurt us? How people have treated us? How people had a way of making us feel less than? Do we forgive it? Yeah. Because the forgiveness is not for the people. The forgiveness is for you so you can move on. And there's so many people who can't move on because they can't forgive the energy, place, or situation at hand. You might not be able to forgive the person, but what if you could forgive the energy of the person, place, or thing? That's something I definitely do in Spiral Light healing is I'll take them to a place where let's just forgive the energy of the person, place, or thing. So you're not trying to forgive the name person of the act. You forget the energy and release the timeline. The water is ride the waves, life lessons, and grow. You will get through this. Hell yes! You will get through this. Ride the waves. When I saw this, it reminds me of Yamaye, and it also reminds me of Hawaii. Such a beautiful picture. And last card is Roots, number 43, 8 of Portals. Now, I got this last time, the Roots. And the Root card, what's that number again? 43. Yes, I called in my angels when I had to drive to MedStat, first loop breathing. And it was so good that I did that. It is time to release something that no longer serves you. Take the steps necessary to tune in, let go of what's unhelpful, and return yourself to wholeness. This is a perfect read for today, everyone. This is perfect. This is all about the forgiveness, all about ride the waves. You'll get through this. And then learning to let go of what the problem and issue is. I think that's a really good read. So, with that being said, much loveliness. I hope everyone is doing well. And I'm not only just going to be doing these videos. I'm going to rest up a little bit and really kind of take care of myself since that happened. And I've already did clearing on it so that my body won't hold on to the trauma. And got rid of that. And something else I did, I took my braided hair down last night because I didn't want that energy to be in it. So I took it down. And I said, take it down. Let my head relax, let be, and then read it back up a little, maybe a little later when I feel like I have the strength and time to do it. But anyway, what do, what do? Hi, lovelies. Be good to you. Remember, you are worthy, you are deserving, you are loved. It might not come from the people that you wanted to come from. But when you love yourself and you honor yourself and you say yes to what makes you happy and no to what doesn't align with you, and it's okay. It really is. It's okay. So, with that being said, let me just tell you one thing. Even Spiral Light showed up while I was waiting and doing my breathing. And I felt the light coming in and spiraling through me. And I was like, thank you so much, Divine Light, for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's all about that connection. All right, lovelies. I bid you adieu. Have a wonderful day. Be good to you.